So let me start off this video with a story. E3 2015, I believe it was. Me, a bunch of friends, we're all watching the E3 presentation from Sony, and Sean Murray comes out, and they start showing No Man's Sky. And they start promising all this amazing stuff. And the end of it, one of the friends at the time in the group with the rest of us exclaims that it's going to be the greatest game ever. He's hyped up for it. It's the best game ever created. I called bullshit on it right there at the start. And the game came out 2016, and it was probably one of the biggest pieces of crap I've ever played, and I sank a lot of time into that game just to try to justify my $60 purchase for it. And then I watched all the news articles and all the videos where people dissected and went through every single thing that they said, Hello Games, and Sean Murray. Every single thing they said, everything they promised, everything from blatantly lying about these epic star battles to multiplayer to you name it. And 2 years have gone by, and they've patched the game and they've tried to do certain things to the game, and they've released it now for the Xbox One. This was like one of the PlayStation's biggest exclusives at the time. I remember a lot of Sony fans were saying how you needed to get on the Sony platform for this game, and so it's out now for the Xbox. It's supposed to be completely redone. This is like No Man's Sky 2. It's called No Man's Sky Next, is what it's called, and it is still a piece of crap. It's still a piece of crap. They're charging $50 for it now. The game runs absolutely horrible and atrociously. They took everything from the base game that originally came out and just made it even worse with more grinding. And if you really like hearing your AI computer talk to you constantly, telling you that you're taking thermal damage or, radiation damage or any of that, get used to it, because you're going to hear it about every 5 seconds, every time you're walking around. Every time you're walking around any planet, whatever it is, and you're trying to harvest stuff because you got to grind. Then you have to deal with these annoying ass sentinels that come up to you and shoot you because you're harvesting stuff. Doesn't matter if you shoot it with your mining gun or if you're meleeing it, just to break it, because I tried that just to see if that would keep them off of me. Every planet is almost exact same. Even when it says that the sentinels are peaceful, they're not. And then the biggest addition was there's supposed to be co-op now with this big update. There's supposed to be 4-player co-op, where you could have people join your game or you could join other people's game. You're watching my footage, and this footage is from my game where it's open to the public, and it's from me playing in other people's worlds, or trying to. I've never found a single person yet. I didn't see anybody. I don't understand the point of this game. Now, don't get me wrong. I've played through it on the PS4. I know what happens when you reach the center of the universe. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but I really hope you don't think you're going into some Star Wars, epic story or something like that, because it's not. It's literally just one big F you at the end of it, just to say, hey, thanks for hanging out and grinding. They did change it a little bit. Instead of following the narrative story, and I'm going to put air quotes on that, you can just open it up and go do what you want. But the end goal is still the exact same. Jump from solar system to solar system. Go harvest items. Make sure you've got enough fuel to take off. Make sure you've got enough fuel in your hyperdrive. And You got to make these the antimatter and all that, so you can warp to the next one and to the next one, and you just keep doing that over and over and over again until you make it to the center. That's the whole point of the game. They've got base building now on here, which is like a shittier version of Fallout 4's settlement. You go run around, collect a bunch of crap, and you can build you a house or a base there. My biggest problem with it is every one of these planets are supposedly unexplored, uninhabited. So why is it every planet you land on has abandoned bases? Other aliens are already there. There's sentinels floating around. I obviously somebody's already found this before you did. I don't understand the premise of it. And then every solar system is almost exactly alike. It's just a randomly generated planet or planets or a moon and a little space station just floating there, so you can bring your crap in, trade it, offload it, make money so that you can try to get a better ship or do some upgrades. That's the whole thing. I mean, people were making fun of games a few years ago calling them walking simulators. Well, this is a grinding simulator. If anybody remembers what Destiny 1 did when they first updated it and then they updated it again, every time they updated it, everything that you had done previously went out the window. All the stuff that you harvested or grinded for was worthless. That's exactly what this game has done. Everything that you did originally, if you're still playing on the PS4, every update changed it, and it got to the point where that stuff was worthless. Now you got to go get other stuff. And then they've taken it and, they gave you like little kind of mining stations. I don't know. They're not mining stations. They're called refining stations, to just make it go even longer. Now when you get carbon, you got to put the carbon in the refiner to get this, pure carbon. And then you got to take the pure carbon and put it in there. But don't forget, you got to have fuel for it. And it's just one long, tedious grind after another. That, coupled with the fact that, the frame rate runs atrociously on all the systems. There's lag, stutter, freezing. Sometimes you'll go to jump into a planet and it will literally kick you back out into space. Like, it'll throw your ship back out into space. Sometimes you'll go to land in a space station. It won't suck you in. Instead, you'll fly through the space station, like through the walls of it. I don't even understand how you do that, but they somehow managed to do it. I applaud them for what they have tried to do with this game. I really do. But I honestly believe it's time to just let it go. Let me know what you guys think. Leave your comment down below. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. And I'll catch you on the next one.